What's going on YouTube? This your boy, just making it TV. I'm back with another one right now. We are over here fucking around with Byron Blake over here exposing 1090 Jake. Okay, now if y'all been following Byron Blake, you can see that the brother is very fucking passionate about this. This is definitely his calling. He's been killing it lately, exposing this coward 1090 Jake. Now, last time I brought it to y'all, 1090 Jake was trying to set up Byron Blake personally in his real life, which is crazy to me. Whoever lets this YouTube stuff get to their mind like that is crazy. Y'all just losing it out here. The YouTube money is not worth it ruining another man's life. But look, today we are going to break this down and we're going to give a reaction and a review on it right now. So without further ado, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And right now we're going to hear what Byron Blake got to say about 1090 Jake.
In case you a new listener and aren't familiar with his version of the story, I'm gonna let him run it down for you real quick.
I came up with an idea. I knew somebody that was a friend of the family, and I knew that that person had a ton of guns inside of their house. And when I say a ton, I mean like 30 plus guns. This same person actually took me to the gun range before, so I had shot off a ton of these guns. She was a legal owner of these firearms. These firearms were registered guns. I decided I was gonna rob the house.
How long before I see results with Tai Chi? Day 3, you'll feel your energy. Day 7, your eyes will change. Day 28, you will become unrecognizable.
3 reasons to start Tai Chi workout this summer. In 1 week, you'll see your energy. In 2 weeks, you'll
This comes off as a surprise to some of you all, but yes, Jake went to prison for stealing from a family friend. It was not like some horrendous, vicious crime. Y'all see, he always talking about he was facing life at 19 years old. Yeah, he went to prison for stealing from a family friend. Emphasis on family friend.
Me and my co-defendant, we go to this man's house. And when we get there, there's a truck parked outside, and there's actually lights on the side of the house. Most people will set things up as if they're home when they're really not. And this was one of those situations. He's ringing the doorbell, he's banging on the door, nobody comes. This is more of like a residential neighborhood with decent sized houses, so we decided to go around back. There's a pool area around the back. There was a pool area, there was a bar back there, there was a kitchen in the back, an outdoor dining table, a TV. This house is nice. Now the pool area is screened in. So what did I do? I took a knife and I cut out the screen because it was locked. The door was
Your fat ass can't even get a motherfucking knife, okay? Listen, that's the thing with these honkies out here. Listen, they so quick to pick up a knife, just like the motherfucking Mexicans, okay? Now, look, you believe this crap, go ahead and believe it, but we all know that 1090 Jake is completely fake and the story is fucking fabricated. Come on now. Just making a TV.
locked. So instead of trying to break it open and make noise, I just cut it out. And the house next door to this person's house was abandoned. There was no one in there, so we didn't even have to worry about anyone seeing us.
I want to stop y'all right here just to highlight a few things. This is Jake's idea. This person is a friend of Jake's family. Jake is the person who is cutting the screen open and, facilitating entry into the.
So breaking and entering. This cracker got arrested for breaking and motherfucking entering. Okay? Now come on, man. Who the fuck believes that? What the fuck you breaking and entering for? Knowing damn well you ain't got it out here as hard as the rest of us. Let's continue.
To the home. He got somebody with him, but this is all Jake's doing. Jake is the person who has been to this house. No.
Motherfucking mastermind over here. Who robs a fucking...
knows this house, is familiar with the landscape.
I cut it open. Immediately I go over to the side of the bed that I knew the male slept on, and I lifted up his side of the bed and there was 2 handguns. I got the 2 guns on me. I go into the closet, I look up into the closet, and there's duffel bags. They look like gym bags. And I grab, these 2 duffel bags, and I put them down, and me and my co-defendant, we open them up. It was like a fucking like a binder, like a school binder, how they got different sections for different classes. It was like that. There was different sections, and in each different section was a different handgun. And we grabbed the bags full of guns, and we got the fuck out. There was no need to look at anything else. There was no need to worry about anything else. We got bags of guns.
He's got bags of guns. Sounds like an episode of fucking Power to me. And I know this motherfucker over here does not think he's Tommy Egan. This shit right here is fucking crazy. Fucking crazy, alright? Straight up.
We left.
What you just heard was Jake detailing how he orchestrated and carried out this burglary. Now, we gonna listen to him talk about how he got caught. And this is where it gets interesting. Because in this section, we gonna compare Jake's version of the story with what we actually can see and read in the paperwork, the documented version of the story. We also gonna...
Thank you, Byron Blake. Let's get to the paperwork and the real shit. What happened to this crack-ass motherfucker? Crack-ass motherfucker over here lying. This nigga 1090 Jake is a fraud. Shout out to my nigga Byron Blake for exposing this clown.
Run some clips from my boy Lockdown 23-1. Shout out to Lockdown 23-1 because he is the reason why we have this great footage to look over today. This is a good story. This is a good one today. So, yeah, let's get into it. Now, per usual, Jake likes to tell the story and make himself the center of everything. He was the toughest guy. He was the realest guy. He was the baddest guy. So in this story, he gonna put a lot on it while he's attempting to tell us that he kept it solid and his co-defendant is a snitch. So I know it's gonna be hard to listen to, but just bear with us while we ready.
You damn right it's gonna be hard to listen to. Anybody that can straight listen to a flat out lie is just fucking crazy. You just as crazy as the motherfucker telling the lie.
So how they linked it is my co-defendant was arrested before me. You know what I mean? In Florida, if they smell weed, they got the right to search whatever they want to do. So something happened at my co-defendant's house where a gun went off and it went through his floor and it hit a little girl's bed in the apartment under his. Police went to my co-defendant's house. They knocked on the door, they smelled the weed, they started to do a search. They found 2 handguns, they found a shotgun, and then they found like random stolen stuff from a completely other situation, like TVs and whatnot.
Now let's stop right there. According to the affidavit for a search warrant filed in this case, on October 1st, 2012, between 10:15 and 21:15, suspects entered the residence located at 604 Sunset Point Court by cutting a hole into the screen pool enclosure and entering a rear door of the residence without permission. The suspects removed 15 handguns, miscellaneous jewelry, and approximately $600 in coins without permission. On October 1st, 2012, during the time frame of the armed burglary, a white Honda Civic, Florida tag 9850HM, was reported as suspicious vehicle within the neighborhood of the burglary. Subsequently, it was discovered that a white 2001 Honda Civic Florida tag 9850HM is registered to Tyrell Sanders, black male. On October 2nd, 2012, at approximately 21:20, Affiant spoke with Corporal C. Hathcock's Tampa Police Department, who advised that he discovered one of the stolen firearms while conducting a separate investigation at 3105 North Amenia Avenue, the residence of Tyrell Sanders. The victim of the residential burglary subsequently identified 2 handguns, 1 laptop computer, 1 DVD player, and several items discovered in Tyrell Sanders' residence as items taken from the victim's home during the armed burglary.
These 100% grass-fed beef sticks from Paleo Valley are 30 sticks for just $36 right now. But before you go and buy them, here are 5 reasons I replaced processed snacks with these. Number 1, the ingredients. There's 100% grass-fed beef from American Family Farms and organic spices, which makes these sticks incredibly flavorful while keeping things clean. Number 2, they're naturally fermented, which creates a great flavor, but without the preservatives like encapsulated lactic or citric.
So at this point, it's pretty obvious that Jake started off lying to us. The TVs and the random miscellaneous stuff he says was taken from a different unrelated thing was actually taken from this same burglary. One reason to downplay that is he don't want y'all to know he was in there stealing laptops and all of that other stuff. He trying to just make it seem like he was just after guns. If you listen to the first story, he said, we got that bag of guns and we got out of there. So he trying to make it seem like we didn't get anything else, just the guns. But other items were recovered inside of his residence. Another reason to downplay that is because it takes away his ability to play the role like he was sitting in the county for a couple months and then all of a sudden he got shocked with this letter that his co-defendant was cooperating against him. If he tells you all that the very next day after they did the burglary, the police went to his co-defendant's house and found all of the items that were stolen, that the victim identified those items as items that were stolen.
Nah, Jake. Like, we're not all gonna sit there and fucking talk about that. Shout out to my nigga Byron Blake for exposing this clown. This shit is ridiculous. He been lying to us from no fucking time, but got 1 million fucking subscribers. Listen, he better lose every one of those motherfucking subscribers. This shit is bogus.
Then it would become clear that this is a situation where they may have just gotten caught because the police showed up at his co-defendant's house. Now, the question then becomes, why were the police at his co-defendant's house? He says that it's because a weapon was discharged and went through the floor, but there's no record of that. There's no charge related to that. And y'all got to understand, if this happened, there would have been a charge related
Most
to that
definitely.
offense. There's no
100% correct. There would have been a charge. Somebody would have called a fucking neighbor, a child, anybody. We hearing a shot go off in the residential area, y'all. Think about it like the man is saying.
record of anything like that happening. The only thing that they have on record is that the police showed up on a suspicion of marijuana sale or use. But let's keep going with the story because it gets a lot more interesting as it goes.
The shotgun was legal. If you're over 18 with no felony, you can get a shotgun, a rifle. The 2 handguns, the serial numbers trace back to that same specific house. Now, the guy whose house that was, he had all of his registered, he had all the paperwork.
Oh, so all of those charges were because of a robbery from that guy's house. So he knew.
Yeah.
So that's how the cops got the serial number. Okay.
Exactly. So
I thought
he
it was
called
just
the
some random person or something. I'm like, how does a random person even know what the serial number is? You know what I mean?
Nah, so he called the police and he told them all the information on the firearms and everything like that. My co-defendant gets caught with 2, and then like a week later I get caught and it's another 1 from the 15 that went missing.
Okay.
Alright, looking on that note, y'all, we just gonna wrap this up. This is Just Making It TV. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Go check out my nigga Byron Blake's profile if you ain't already checked it out. It's a very dope channel. Listen, support my man over here exposing 1090J. Straight up. Listen, this is Just Making It TV. I'm out, y'all. Peace.